As you navigate your entrepreneurial journey, there's some key things that you're going to have to keep in mind. Faith, okay? You're going to have faith in yourself. You're going to have faith in your product. Absent faith, you will not have an entrepreneurial journey, okay? And faith goes beyond faith in God, faith in Allah or Buddha or have you. You have to have faith in yourself as well, okay? You also need to have a passion and a purpose. With great passion, you can make the impossible happen. The purpose is the reason your journey. Passion is the fire that lights your way. Okay? When you get back to the legacies and the positivity, the source impact in society, that's your passion. Okay? What is your purpose? What's the purpose for you wanting to do that? Why? When you ask, because we remember we had that exercise of going through your 7 whys. It correlates back to that. It gets you back to your why. And then then we had the answer of 1 to 10, how bad you want to do it. Then you identified, we had a lot of 10s. Then I asked you, okay, now that you got your 10, what are you willing to do it? You see, because it's easy to say what you want to do. How disciplined and dedicated and committed you are to getting it done. How much are you willing to challenge yourself? Again, I speak about discipline a lot. It's important that you realize no matter the level of your business, from the first day of inception of your business, may be local, but your competition is global. Why? Because there are other people trying to be legacies. There are other people trying to make impact. There are other people trying to be sources of positivity. And they may not be right there in Africa, or they may not be right here in America. They're all over the world. There's someone right here in America that's working on Down syndrome. There's someone right here in America that's working to be a source of positivity. There's someone right here in America that's working to be a source of impact on society. What are you going to do differently? Okay? Understand, there are business owners in other parts of the world, like I said, and their sole purpose is to kick your butt. Their sole purpose is to be better than you. Earlier, I said, how do you be the most successful in your business? Outread the other guy. Read their studies. Read the studies on Down syndrome. Read the studies that's been made on developing a positive impact in society and how did you move, what was done to move society from one level to the next level? How did it increase the GDP within that society? What are the different things that's being done? Okay? You must be committed to the process of business, and that means knowing the clock is not your friend. The clock is not your friend. It's 24 hours in a day. Whether you sit still and do absolutely nothing or you stay really busy, those 24 hours is going to still be 24 hours. You will have the little voice in your head telling you, it's time to stop, you can't do this. You'll have other people telling you that. Remember, you need to block out that noise. You must be committed to the process. You must be committed to the process. And that is where the right people around you is important, because they're going to keep you honest. They're going to keep you focused. Okay? We talked about mindset. I cannot shift that. I can't talk about that enough. Okay? Think you do. You have to think. You can accomplish it. Better yet, I rephrase that. You have to think, you will accomplish it. You need to do what is necessary. And most important, be excellent at it. Whatever you set out to do, you may not be the best in the entire world, but you may be better than you were. You need to be better today than you was yesterday. And then tomorrow, you need to strive to be even better tomorrow than you was today. That's growth. Like they say, you may not be where you want to be, but you are far further along than where you used to be. You need to be willing to take a risk and look for the rewards. If you risk nothing, you get nothing. You must be willing to bet on yourself, your services, your product, and people around you. You have to be. The difference between an employee and an entrepreneur, one is working for someone else, the other one is working for themselves, but they're both working. There's nothing wrong with being an employee. Absolutely nothing. And some of you may have a job. If you have a job and you still want to be an entrepreneur, your job, you need to look at it as an investor. Your job is an investor in getting you to where you want to be. There is nothing wrong with being an employee. But if you want to build a business and build a legacy, eventually you have to bet on yourself. You have to say, I'm going to do this. Not I can do this or I will do this. Because if you will do it, I mean, you ain't even start yet. You need to see yourself there. I've set a financial goal for myself and then I wrote the date down that it has to happen. Nothing is going to stop me from achieving that goal. Nothing. Because it means that much to me. When something means so much to you, you need to be willing to risk it all for it. Okay? Next one is grit. Okay? You just have to be willing to give it your absolute all. You just have to be willing to give it your absolute all. I have a little equation. I say perseverance plus resilience result in grit. When you persevere and you're resilient, and I wrote about those in my book, Perseverance and Resilience. Okay. Now, of course, what is a business without sales? You're going to have sales. Okay. But you have to believe that you're going to make the money you want. Okay. You have to believe. Let me see the time. Okay. You have to believe the money you want, that you're going to make, the impact that you're going to make. Okay. Sales is like oxygen to your business. So you have to have sales because that's where the revenue comes from. So it's like your sales is the oxygen to your business. Okay. You got to make quotas. You got to set goals for yourself. You got to compensate not only the employees, but compensate yourself. Okay. You have to lead the salesperson versus your salesperson versus your sales manager. Your salesperson is that person who develops the logistics of it. And the salesperson is the person who's doing the work. The sales manager is the person who's doing the logistics of it. Okay, they're not necessarily the same people. You know the difference. Always maintain a team dynamics. It's never about you. It's never about you. It's always about the team. Master the art of chaos. People who master the art of chaos, they don't panic. Remember this. People who master the art of chaos do not panic. Why? A panicking mind never thinks straight. With that, I thank you very much for your time, your attention, and the floor is open for questions.